So really, in the end, I was jobless for about a year after graduating as a software engineer with honors, and I went to about 100 interviews in a year, and no one would hire me because what I studied in university is now outdated, is now old, and I'm essentially obsolete the moment I graduated. Hey all, welcome back. It's me, Kevin, and I'm awesome. Look, I'm a software engineer and I'm pretty proud of it, but this whole software engineer, it is just a title, merely a title for me to boast to my friends and family. In reality, being a software engineer is a lot more fun than you think, and it sounds so cool in recent years with the rise of startups and mobile apps. So as long as I have this title, people are always looking out for me. They're always looking to partner with me because they want to run some kind of startups or something. But I'm not your typical software engineer. I actually do not code as well as other software engineers do. I do not use tech jargons, and most of the time I don't even understand what the other tech guys are talking about. But at the same time, I know enough to communicate with non-technical and technical people, which kind of puts me in this really favorable position because I'm the middle person. In other words, I'm manager material, and I put myself where I am right now by really going through this journey of ups and downs. But for someone like me who has such credibility, whose career is shining so brightly right in front of me, surely having a job is sufficient enough to live a really comfortable life, right? So why am I so stupid to still want to run a YouTube channel? Why am I working so hard? Why do I want to put myself in a position where I may or may not earn money from YouTube for many years and possibility end up wasting all the time that I put into my YouTube channel when I could easily climb the corporate ladder, when I could easily focus on just climbing the corporate ladder and just keep making more money that way? But here's the thing, when I graduated and I got my degree, I was really happy, I was excited, I was jumping with joy because now I can finally join the workforce. But here's the thing with software engineering degrees, at least from the university I came from. Before I actually took up the software engineering course in my university, I was promised with a really luxurious career, with a really promising career because tech is the future and therefore software engineering is the future. And I got into one of the most prestigious university in Australia, one of the top 3. So surely everything is going to work out really well for me. But when I started my course, I was taught programming languages that are so basic, but the university's justification is as long as you know the basics, you can pretty much master any programming languages, which is true, really true. Except that's not how the world sees it, and if you're in tech, then you will know that when you try to apply for a job, they just want to know if you know the most up-to-date programming language or the most up-to-date framework. And that's not my case because I graduated with really basic stuff, so I knew nothing. Hence, I couldn't get any job. I've been to over 100 interviews and I just couldn't pass the coding test because everything I learned in university is now obsolete, so I don't know what's happening in the real world. Back in my time, they're mainly looking for .NET programmers, which I don't know now if they're still looking for .NET programmers. Maybe some new tech like React Native or JavaScript and stuff, I don't know. But the thing is, I don't know any .NET programming back then. Like I said, I know basic stuff. I don't know this framework and stuff. Those are just not taught in the university. So the only other choice I have left is to learn the technology myself, which I did. I went ahead and taught myself how to do .NET. But the problem here is that most companies, they do not consider self-taught as an experience. So most of the position that I applied for, they wanted commercial experience, they wanted work experience, but I do not have any, and they wouldn't let me take up the .NET position just because I do not have any experience. So university didn't teach me the things I need to learn in order to get a job or to survive in the real world. Self-taught didn't help because that doesn't consider as an experience. So pretty much my software engineering degree is useless. But I didn't give up. I continued to look for jobs, I continued to apply for jobs, and I went over 100 interviews, and I got so good at behavioral interviews that my passing rate is 100%. No joke there, and I'm not trying to boast here. But I either failed because I have no commercial experience, or whatever programming languages or any tech that they're looking for, I don't know because I didn't learn that in university and I can't prove to them that I learned that in my course. All I can prove to them is self-taught, and well, they wouldn't accept it. But I still need to pay my bills and I still need money in order to survive. So I ended up just looking for some random tech jobs and whatever work there is available out there. And I finally landed myself a tech support role, and I took it up. Even though it is not a programming role, I still took it up because, well, like I said, I still need money in order to put food on the table. Otherwise, who's going to feed me? But that decision alone was fatal to me because I pretty much put myself in a position where I can no longer become a programmer. Because if I don't practice how to do programming, then I'll be left behind, I'll be obsolete. And in the world of tech, you gotta stay ahead all the time. You gotta keep yourself up to date. So if you're not practicing, then you'll be left behind. But still, I continue to apply for programming jobs when I'm in a tech support role. And even though I get a couple of interviews here and there, I just can't seem to pass the coding test because I've never practiced my programming anymore ever since I got into the tech support role. And I'm now far behind. I'm now outdated because technology just moved forward so quickly. By the way, I think that technical interviews are really stupid. And I'm not saying it because I do not perform well in it. I'm saying it because if you let me in that position, I guarantee you I will outperform everyone in the team because I have such good work ethic, I have high problem solving skills, I have really great attention to detail. The only problem is I might just be a little bit slow. But all of these skills, problem solving, attention to details, work ethic, they are not measurable by merely a test. A technical test can't just check all these attributes. But again, I've gone through so many interviews, I've gone through so many behavioral interviews that I can literally just close my eyes and I can still get to the job if there is only a behavioral interview and there's no technical interview. And the reason I can do this is because after going through so many behavioral interviews, I already know what they want to listen, I already know what they want to ask, so I can be prepared before this. And I have a system to do this. If you want to know how my system works, make sure to hit me up on Instagram and I'll happily share it with you. But before you hit me up on Instagram, make sure to smash the like button now because I know it if you haven't done so. I just know, don't ask. But after going through all these ups and downs, this road actually turns out to be pretty good for me because I told myself, if I can't be a programmer, then I can at least make myself useful by knowing how programming works and how it all connects together and how it can be beneficial to a company. And I kind of built myself up towards becoming more of a manager material or a consultant, and that's what I am today. I'm a technical lead for a company, and my job is to communicate with the business stakeholders and other programmers and link them all together. So if I can't program, then at least I can order some programmers around to do the work for me. But I can't help myself because I still love to do programming and I excel particularly in building iPhone apps and Android apps. And I don't know if this is an issue with where I live or not, but self-taught isn't exactly looked highly upon, as in it's not really considered as a work experience. Most companies here prefer if you have work experience or commercial experience, but in order to get work experience, you first need to land yourself a job, but you can't get a job because you do not have work experience. So I'm kind of going around in circles here. And what I learned from all this life experience is that at the end of the day, I can only rely on myself. I've built multiple apps for the Apple App Store and I've got featured on the App Store several times. And sometimes I earn way more money from the App Store than I do on my day job. And that capability of mine is not recognized because, well, I built apps by myself. I'm not building it for a company. It's not commercial experience. And yet I'm able to succeed in that field. But it's still not recognized because it's self-taught. The thing is, we need to start appreciating self-taught because personal development is important. I mean, sure, software engineering has brought me in a really long path that ultimately didn't land me a job as a programmer. But from a different perspective, I actually went above and beyond because of that. I like to do coding, but I don't see myself sitting in a corner coding every single day. Besides, it's not that hard to become a programmer these days. You can be an independent developer anytime, anywhere you want. But this whole experience taught me one really important thing, and that is when we are desperate, we will do anything and everything we can in order to survive. And this is also one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel. You know, starting a YouTube channel is the big deal. You need to have a lot of guts and you need to throw away all your pride in order to start a channel. I'm a man of pride and ego, but no matter how much pride I have, it will all come crashing down as I get older. I mean, look, with my skills, I can easily make a living for the rest of my life just just by having a job. But having a job is just short term. In the world of technology, we need to stay ahead all the time. And the younger generations, they're coming up fast and they know how to solve once called sophisticated problems and technology that is now so easy thanks to the advancement of technology. If I want to continue to climb up the corporate ladder, I need to constantly improve myself on the technology side to keep myself up to date, and I need to socialize, I need to go out for drinks, I need to go out for beers, and it just takes up all of my family time. Climbing the ladder in your 20s is fun and you will feel superior in your 30s. But I've seen people who are in their 40s, they start to worry because they worry about their job. They are afraid that they might be made redundant because they are easily replaceable by younger software engineers who knows the current tech, who knows how things work right now. To me, if I'm not a manager material by the time I'm 40, then I run the risk of losing my job, the risk of being made redundant, and I better act fast because there's actually a minimal number of managerial positions. And to constantly be worried about losing your job, I think that sucks. So even if I have a high paying job, I still need to start thinking about protecting myself as I get older. And that is why I start side hustles, because I want to build up my side hustles so that I can start relying on my side hustles for income instead of a job. And side hustle is something that I have control over, so I can never make myself redundant. Because when I get older, I don't know what will happen in the future. I mean, nobody knows. I might lose my job or my health might start to deteriorate. And without a job or my health, how am I going to start making money in order to pay for my food? The answer, of course, is side hustles, and YouTube channel just happens to be one of the side hustles that I am focusing heavily on right now. Running a YouTube channel is just one choice. There are definitely multiple choices for you to choose as a side hustle, but I chose YouTube channel for several reasons. The first one is it gives me the flexibility to record video, so I can still have a full-time job and I can start recording in the night or on the weekends, so I have full control over when I want to do it. Number two, unlike building apps, I can easily churn out videos on a weekly basis, and I see videos as products for my YouTube channel. And so if you think about it, being able to produce new products on a weekly basis is not easy. You definitely can't do that with mobile apps, but you can do that with videos. Number three, I do not have to compete with the younger software engineers anymore because now I'm basically sharing my unique skill sets and experience running multiple businesses and climbing the corporate ladder and what I learned. And I use all of this experience to help others so that they do not repeat the same mistakes I did. I want to save you years of effort and time so that you can be successful in your 20s and not wait till you hit my age and start struggling. I mean, I can easily become a millionaire in my 20s if only I knew what I learned in my 30s. But sadly, when I hit my 30s, everything just got a lot harder, even if I know what to do because of increased responsibility, obligation, family, and time just goes by so quickly after you hit 30s. So my reason here is simple. My goal is to make money my own way and not have to rely on anyone or anything else. YouTube is a good platform for me to share experience and help others, and as I continue to help more people, my channel continues to grow and hopefully I can start monetizing from it. But here's the difference. I am monetizing as myself. I'm not monetizing from a mobile app I built or monetizing from someone else's product. I am the product, and I'm not going anywhere as long as I'm alive. The product is here to stay whether you like it or not, and it will continue to improve over time. It will get better whenever it likes, and soon you will just fall in love with this product whether you like it or not. Alright, that's it from me in this video. Please do give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't. That would be much appreciated. I'll talk to you again in the next one. Please do leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about this video. I would definitely love to hear it. Thanks for watching and bye for now.